Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Start your morning right. I am John Palacio.
And I'm Marlene Cuellar, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Woo, it is a cool Friday morning, but Belize, it is a Friday. And we were excited to have a Friday
dance
here.
For a Friday morning,
definitely.
Right?
We were excited. We're always excited for Friday. Why? Because it is a fun Friday. And we need to know what the weather is going to be, though.
That's right. And we have Crystal Rosales on the line. Good morning. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
All right, we are happy on this end too. It's
Yes.
the end of the week and the weather is still nice and comfortable. But what are we expecting for today?
Well, a slight increase in moisture is expected today, but the fair weather will continue through the weekend.
Oh, okay.
I love that you quickly get back to it's going to be okay. All right, so let's get through today and see what we're going to find. Is it going to be showers starting when?
Well, we're expecting a few cloudy spells with only isolated showers or periods of light rain today and decreasing tonight.
Okay, and that's across the country?
Yeah, they're going to be scattered across the country.
Okay, and what about the winds?
The winds will be from the east to northeast at 5 to 15 knots, and the sea conditions will be slight.
Okay. And those high temperatures?
High temperatures will reach 80 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 84 inland, and 76 in the mountain Pine Ridge.
All right. And for tonight?
Tonight will be 74 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 65 inland, and 62 in the hills.
Okay. Those are still comfortable. Let's talk about the weekend weather now. What are we expecting?
Well, for Saturday and Saturday night is for mainly fair conditions with only a chance of isolated showers developing.
All right. And we're going to have similar temperatures, or it's going to start to get warmer?
It's going to start to warm up into the weekend.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for that update.
You're welcome.
You have a great day and weekend.
Thank you, and you as well.
All right. Bye.
All right, so now we know exactly what the weather is going to be like for today and throughout the weekend. Like the forecaster mentioned, it's going to get a little warmer.
Yeah, but you know, it's been comfortable so far, and so if it does so gradually, we may not feel it, right?
Yeah, definitely. She is also mentioning that we should have an increase in moisture is expected today.
Yeah.
Then some fair weather afterwards.
Yeah, and they're very clear. It's isolated showers here or there, not for long.
It's not too bad.
We'll survive.
Exercise your umbrella, man. You know what I mean?
Wash off this work week and get you ready for the weekend.
Yeah, definitely. I could see the umbrella excited when they did like, hey!
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, we're moving on.
So we are going to get moving into our motivation for this morning, and our eye opener for this morning is taken from dailyom.com, and it goes like this. When you put somebody on a pedestal, it is giving away your power and saying you are not good enough. When we fall in love with someone or make a new friend, we sometimes see that person in a glowing light. Their good qualities dominate the foreground of our perception, and their negative qualities, they just don't seem to have any. This temporary state of grace is commonly known as putting someone on a pedestal. Oftentimes, we put spiritual leaders and or gurus on pedestals. We have all done this to someone at one time or another. And as long as we remember that no one is actually perfect, the pedestal phase of our relationship can be enjoyed for what it is, a phase. It's when we actually believe our own projection that troubles arise. Everyone has problems, flaws, and blind spots just as we do. When we entertain the illusion that someone is perfect, we don't allow them room to be human. So when they make an error in judgment or act in contradiction to our idea of perfection, we become disillusioned. We may get angry or distance ourselves in response. We cannot truly connect with a person when we idealize them. In life, there are no pedestals. We are all walking on the same ground together. When we realize this, we can own our own divinity and or humanity. This is the key to balance and wholeness within ourselves and our relationships.
My gosh. Like every morning I'd start by saying this is definitely the one for folks to focus on. But to me, this is the one, especially when it comes to dealing with our leaders. They're folks who we consider to be our leaders, folks who we put in various spots to lead us because we find them as leaders. One of the things we do is that we idolize people a lot, and then we tend to look down upon ourselves and then look up upon others. And it brings unfairness. It brings unfairness on how things are ruled out, or seeing this one in this light and this one is in a darker light. I believe that everybody is supposed to be equal. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how much money you gain per year or per day. I believe that each of us are the same. We're from the same. We do the same. And I think in order for us to change, in order for us to have change, I think that's the way we're supposed to look at things, that everybody is equal.
Yeah.
That's for me.
I saw it. I think I hear what you're saying in terms of leaders, but I think that's one example, and I think the more common example is the interactions we have with just everyday people.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of times it uses the example of relationships, and I think that's where it's most common. They call it the honeymoon phase. Everything is like there's this symphony playing in the background, beautiful sunshine,
Sweet,
butterflies in the air. Oh, it's so lovely, isn't it? Then all of a sudden, you say, well, where did this person come from?
Yeah.
Well, they've always been there,
Yeah.
We just entered into a phase where we only focused on the qualities that we liked, or we saw the qualities in a way that seemed to work well for us. But what it just reminds us is simply having a consciousness that people are human.
Yeah.
No person, no individual
Nobody's
person
perfect.
is perfect. Everyone has their flaws. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone makes bad decisions. And all of us, I think, have to remember that when we see other people. It happens really, I think, a lot of times too with social media now, and especially for the generation that's really all they consume. You may see a person whose life looks perfect online, and you have to separate yourself from the fact that that's only a part of that's a snapshot in time, and it doesn't paint the whole picture as to who they are.
Yeah.
And so when you look at that and you start to self-loathe and you say, oh, well, I'm not doing this, or I don't have that, or my parents don't do this for me, and their parents do, it really can bring you so far down.
Yeah.
And so it's building from a very early age that we all have our own challenges that we're going through. I read the most interesting thing yesterday. It was, it said that two people can fall from the same place, the same distance, under the same circumstances, and their injuries are gonna be different. And I think for me, what it just reminds us is that you never know what's really going on with a person. You can't assume anything, and so it's stretching. I think the eye opener for me to be able to realize that we have to see a sense of humanness in other people. And the first way to identify what humanness is looking at yourself, because our individual lives aren't perfect. We don't wake up every day full energy, but we do what we need to do to be able to get through our days.
Definitely.
And so I think that that's just one of the things we need to remind ourselves of, especially if we're allowing it to put our own selves down.
Definitely. Wonderful way to sum it up. And you're right. And I continue to say as well that, for folks who tune into these eye-openers, they really, really, really open your eyes to various things and how you could make yourself better, things you could do to make a step further or a notch up. So this one was very, very wonderful for this morning.
That's right.
But while we have that for this morning and we're past the eye-opener, It's always that time in the morning where we stir it up. Yeah, we mix it up. It's called our morning tea. And that's the time of the morning whereby we give you something to think about or chit-chat about over breakfast. And you could always do so on Facebook or on Instagram or any social media platform that you'd wish. But for today, this is what we came up with. Are there any standard trait you believe to be true about your zodiac sign? What do you think, Mark? Your zodiac
Do you
sign?
follow
No, I don't.
horoscopes?
I try to think about it and I see, but I really
What's
don't
your
follow
sign?
that. I am Aries.
Okay.
Yeah, the head of the rum, you know. I don't know what you mean.
We seem to have adopted it quite well, right?
At first, especially in high school, it was something that was big, I'm the head of the ram, or you're just a crab, there are different things about it. But for me, honestly, I really don't follow it. I'm just day by day.
But I'm sure you've met people who are like, yeah, you're an Aries.
Yes. I've met people. Oh, in terms of having a conversation and ask them what's your birth date
No.
or
Like
what's your
someone
sign?
identifies your zodiac sign based on your personality.
Yes. Oh, no. Nobody have ever done to say, you must want Aries.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I really don't think it connects. I think that probably an Enneagram, if you take an Enneagram test, and that I think that is where people connect, not by your zodiac sign.
Yeah. But I have living proof in my family because we have a cluster of birthdays around the same day.
September time, yeah.
And so we share similar signs, and I think of just within my family just how different we are in personalities. And I'm a Virgo, and I have been told before that I am.
That you're a Virgo?
You seem to be a Virgo. I think it's kind of the logical way of thinking that people tend to identify as one. But I don't know. I've never really followed horoscopes. It's good to know it. Everybody, I think pretty much everyone knows their sign.
Yeah.
And I think it just depends on what information you read and
I
which
guess.
parts of it you want to pluck out and say that's you or not you.
I really don't know. Like, I just feel that when it comes to people and their personality, that's something that that is built within. I don't think
Yeah.
it comes from a zodiac sign. I don't know about you, Snap. What you think?
I know, we
Where you
got
from?
some
What-
real
what's your-
horoscope followers that must be sucking their
Sagittarius
teeth at us right now, aren't
is
you?
a
At
Virgo.
home? But I wonder if people at home really do follow their horoscopes. It used to be a big thing. I feel like it used to be bigger before than it is now.
Especially when it would say at the bottom that your number for today is 27. That's not. I just say.
I don't know, but I feel like when I was younger, people talked more about zodiac signs than they do now.
Yes. But for the time being, I'm not sure. I haven't heard people in any circle saying this is what I follow. So I'm not
What
sure
my
if it's popular.
horoscope said for today.
Yeah.
Do you follow it? I mean, is it still something that you pay attention to, knowing
Yeah.
your sign? Do you identify with what what is prescribed as the personality traits under your sign? Share with us, of course. This
Yeah.
is a way to stimulate conversations. And you can put that on Facebook. You can put it on Instagram. And let us know.
I love it. The morning tea is always just so nice.
So you can walk around today and ask people, what's your zodiac
What's your
sign?
zodiac sign? I'm an Aries.
All right.
So there we go.
But speaking of horoscopes, this is
Yes.
quite fitting for our day for today.
While it is a fun Friday indeed, we'll be having fun talking about something like that. As a matter of fact, in our first segment for this morning, we'll be discussing, the second, all right. So we'll be doing two segments, first and second, with the Chinese New Year. We'll be discussing the zodiac, the year of the rat. We'll be having some Mandarin classes. You remember your Mandarin, Ni Hao? Do you remember?
I remember Ni Hao and remember Xie Xie. My name, not so
You don't remember?
much.
But
you know what? We'll get that refresher, and we'll also be doing some ink painting and even some traditional songs.
Yep, and in the final segment, I'll be heading up with Chef D, Chef Dwayne Nizama, and Emerson Acosta as we go inside that kitchen for Grace Flavor with a Beat.
All right, so that's our lineup for today. We're going to go ahead and take that break. But before we do,
We want to say a happy birthday to Iandra Henry. Happy birthday to Iandra. Here's wishing you all the very best. I like your blouse. That's nice. That's really nice. Comes from all of us here at Channel 5 and all of us right here on Open Your Eyes.
all right, we'll take that break now, and we'll be back in a few. Stay tuned.
right, and welcome back to Open Your Eyes on a Fun Friday. We're about to go into our first segment for the morning, first and second actually. But for the first part of the segment, Chinese New Year, the zodiac sign, the year of the rat, and of course some Mandarin classes. In with us to talk about it, we've got Yu Cheng Yang, who is a Mandarin lecturer at the Taiwan ICDF. He'll tell us exactly what that is. And Corey Garcia, who's a student at UB.
Good morning.
Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
How do you say that in Mandarin?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, good morning we say 早安.
Zhao An.
Yes, correct.
First one.
There we go. The lessons have started. But it's great to have you back. And of course, I know that you have been teaching Mandarin for how long now at the university?
I have been there like for 2 years.
2 years now,
yes.
yeah? And Corey's one of your students.
Yes, so today I bring him here so we can
Okay.
talk about
So
the
that means
classes.
he's your most promising student?
Well, one
Remember
of
the rest are watching, right?
Yeah, teacher's pet.
But this is such an interesting program that was started, I know, at UB, and being able to teach Belizeans how to speak Mandarin.
Yes.
What has been the interest over the past 2 years?
Oh, the interest keep increasing actually because nowadays more and more students are interested in going to Taiwan because
Yeah.
the Taiwanese government offers scholarship.
Yes.
So most of my students, I have to say, a lot of them, they are interested in going to Taiwan studying in the future. So they
Yeah.
want to know about the language, about culture first.
Yeah.
And then so when they arrive Taiwan, they will be able to fit in well, better.
Nice.
somehow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that the case for you, Corey?
Yes, it is. I'm
right.
actually looking into the scholarships right now.
Yeah, the application is
they're
open,
up,
by
they're
the
up,
way.
they're
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
They're
Yeah.
out.
So you're looking for that, Corey, and was it something you always wanted to do while you joined the class so you could prepare to go there? Or tell us about that aspect.
Well, really and truly, it first originated as interest, and then it progressed to me realizing that there was potential with it. Because overall, I'm interested in language, and I enjoy languages, so I would like to learn as much as I could.
Wow.
And so since Mandarin was present at UB, I decided why not.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so this is language number
3.
3. Okay. And I'm guessing it's English and Creole?
So you don't care.
But 4, yes, because English, Spanish, Creole, and Mandarin.
Creole is an English.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right. But this is such a great opportunity because you not only learn the language, but there's a lot in learning a language that you learn culture. Right? What have you learned so far that has been particularly interesting to you?
Well, I believe that something very interesting in the language is just the importance of pronunciation and stuff like that, because it is a tonal language. So depending on how you say something, it can mean a different
Something else.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Can you give us an example?
Well, I think one of the most predominant examples that I can think of is the word. It's right there, ma, right?
Okay.
With that third tone, that's a ma. So it has that sound. But if you say it with just a straight tone, so ma, it actually would mean mother.
Ma means mother.
Yes.
And this one is
But-
ma.
Ma, and it would mean horse.
Ooh.
Yeah, you don't want to mix that up.
Yes.
Way to call Haas.
Oh, that is funny.
Wow.
But, today we're talking about not just Mandarin, but we're also taking the opportunity to acknowledge that the Chinese New Year is upon us. And so let's start off by talking about why the New Year is at this time.
Yeah.
Oh, well, because that actually in Chinese culture, okay, we use another calendar, we call it lunar calendar. So which means one we follow by the moon.
Yeah.
So yes, so which means that of course luckily today is the New Year's Eve for us.
Oh, really?
Yes, and tomorrow will be the New Year.
Okay.
Yes, so Happy New Year.
Thank
New Year.
you.
And yeah,
Year.
so today is supposed to be the lunar calendar. Today is December 30th. And then tomorrow will be January 1st for us in the Lunar New Year. And then, so every year might be different. So like this year will be January 24th and 25th. And but next year might be different. So
Yeah.
every year will change.
Yeah.
Because it depends on the moon.
Yes.
So, how does what is the typical celebration that one expects on a New Year's Eve?
On New Year's Eve, then usually that is like a Christmas for us. So it's a big event for us, the family to
Family
get
comes
together.
together,
Yes,
yeah.
and then have a meal together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, a tradition. And also one of the tradition is that we will give the red envelope. So the red envelope will be this.
You know,
size.
out
I
of
was prepared.
everything about the Chinese New Year, I think this is one that a lot of people know,
Yeah.
but they don't always understand, right? There's no, it's a good thing.
Well,
All right.
usually the reason we give the red envelope is for
Thank
you
you.
too as well. Yes. And
Thank you.
then, so the red envelope usually being the blessing because
Yes.
and it's supposed to be the money inside, but instead of money, I put something else inside of it. That means souvenir. Okay. The keychain of Taiwan. So,
Okay.
yes.
Oh,
Yes.
we're thankful. We're
He
thankful.
saw John the feel it over.
Yeah, so you guys are touching that. Okay, this is the money.
It's like there's no feel like bills.
It's one of my 5 US for sure.
But the practice behind it, who gives red envelopes and who receives red
Usually
envelopes?
will be from the elderly. They will give the red envelope for the younger children because they will think that it's a blessing from an elder. So they think that, okay, they hope that the children, they can grow up healthily and
Yeah.
then, well, everything will be fine for this year. And then, but also sometimes that the kids, they also have to prepare the red envelope for the adults as well. But it happens that when usually we can get the red envelope until we start to work. So once you start to work, you can make
Then
your
you-
own money, right? So it's your time to pay
Give
back,
back.
give back to
Okay.
your parents.
Yeah.
So like when I'm working, so it's my turn that I would prepare red envelope for my parents, grandparents.
So you sent a red envelope home.
Yes.
So why not a yellow envelope?
Oh, because a red envelope, the color red is because color red is a lucky color in our culture. Yes, and then so that's why you will see a lot of red element that in our culture we use red envelope and we're dressed in red.
Yes, I remember.
Yes, and everything was about red. And then because that's about a story, one of the story in our culture is that we call it, there's a monster, okay, it's a monster, we call it Nian. The Nian.
Nian?
Yeah, so Nian means ear.
Niam?
Nian.
Okay.
Yes. So the Nian monster. And then because at that time the Nian monster, they would go to, during the New Year's Eve, they're going to the village and attacking people. And then they would say that, okay, so there's a wise man told him that, okay, there are 3 things that the monster is afraid of. There will be the color red and the loud noise and also the fire. So that's why every time it's New Year, we play the firecrackers,
Yeah.
everything, the loud noise, and then the color red and also fire.
And the monsters come out.
Yes, and then that scares the monster
To
away.
scare the monster away.
Yes.
So there's a reenactment.
So we have actually the video up right
Going
now.
on
I
right
think
now,
I
yes.
think most people have been able to at least have seen it once. So this is the monster. This is the depiction. Is that what it is?
This one is more like we call it because it's also in our culture popular for the lion dance. But
Okay.
the lion is also it's a lucky animal. It's an auspicious animal in our culture as well.
Oh.
So this is not a Nian monster.
Okay.
Yes,
so
I
what
thought it
does
was.
I thought so too because I know that they usually take it around town and take it
Yes.
into businesses and then this is what would go into the businesses.
Oh yes, because the lion dance, the lion and dragon in our culture is seen as a very powerful animal. So we think that okay, that brings you power. So like in Mayan culture, that'd be the jaguar. So
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
Excellent. And then
So
your
that's-
masks. What about those? What are the significance? There's somebody with a mask there a while ago.
Yes. About that in our culture also because that's related with our religions as well. So the Taoisms. Okay, so those people who wearing masks are just seen it as how to say that? In our culture there's like a kids. Okay, so they were like showing around and then bringing the fortune and the money because in our culture we also like a god, the fortune of God and also the fortune of love, a different God for in charge of every different area.
Okay.
Yes, so they will bring you like a money to your culture as well.
And there's the fireworks as well.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
a very
loud noise.
important part. So we know what to anticipate later today.
Yes.
So, as you learn all these things, I think that it's always a process of discovery, and we love having these conversations on air because the wider public gets to understand it as well. What's one unique tradition that stands out to you?
Well, I think at least from this, it's just the stories behind it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when we celebrate New Year, right? Everyone knows that we'll have fireworks and what's not, but there isn't any meaning attached to
yeah.
it and what's not. But I think culturally when you hear it, there's always a story explaining why they do what they do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's always a meaning to everything.
Yeah.
So I think that's the most interesting part about the New Year itself.
Yeah.
You know, you're totally right because we celebrate New Year's, but not that we don't get that cultural meaning behind it. If you're somewhere else, then what you do is that you celebrate New Year the way you do it back home, and that's about it. Then again, now we move into the year of the various animals. So
Yeah.
can you tell us what are the animals and?
And that comes with a story too.
Yes.
Oh, yes. So then in the years of the zodiac, we have the 12 of them. Okay. So the story behind it is like one day there's the Jet Empire. They said that we're going to have a party. They said that they're going to decide who is going to be the first, second, until the 12th. Based on what time do you arrive. If you arrive first, then it would be. So they have a competition of among all of the animals, and then so there's a part of they have to cross the river, and then because the rat he's not very good at swimming,
Yeah.
so he asked from the ox said, "Oh, is it okay that you can give me a ride so I can I get top and then we can cross the river?" So
Yeah.
the ox is very kind and say, "Okay, sure, I will give you a ride." So when they're approach to the river bank, and then so the rat just jump off his head and then pushing the finish line. So that's why the rat was the first one.
So he's the
Because it's
first.
cunning
Yes. So yeah.
So we're leaving the year of what?
of the pig.
Of the pig.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Last year is the year of the pig,
Oh,
and
yes,
this year
2019,
move on to the
2020.
year of the rat.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, you know, it's interesting. So it was a race, and
Yes.
this is in the order. The rat was first,
Yes.
the ox was second, and you already identified some of the traits. So the rat was, you know, thinking about strategies and how to get there, and then eventually took advantage.
Yes.
And then the ox, you said very clearly, was kind. Is this
Yes.
part of the characteristic trait?
Yes, true. Because that also, well, we have some like also we have the personality of each zodiac sign.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
I know. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So like last we talked about pig. So pig
So
also
the
they
pig
were
came
generous.
last. So what did that mean about the pig?
Well, the pig is just
Slow. Eat anything?
no slow. We can say that they are more. They have their own life space. they have their own
Yeah,
sleep.
you make it sound good,
They have
yeah?
their own lifestyle.
But that's what I find interesting, because even in the individual stories,
Yes.
they're all positive. Like even if it's last, it's the pig it's just doing its own thing. It's
Yes.
kind of like an individualistic approach.
Yes.
The dog as well. I don't remember the story with the dog.
The dog. Also, well, the dog is. You mean the story behind it?
Yeah,
Yes.
the story.
Well, the story is the same one because the 12 zodiacs, so they're
Yeah.
just arriving, swimming across the river, and
Yeah.
then reach one. Well, the dog. It didn't mention it much about the dog in the story, but they mentioned about the dragon because they think that the dragon's supposed to be the first one because in our culture the dragon, you know, can fly or
Biggest,
something.
Yeah.
So how can you turn out to the 5th place? They said because the dragon is overslept, so that's why he missed the race. So the time when he attended the race, that's why he turns out to be the 5th one.
They like woke up and just hopped over
Yeah.
the river. So what does that mean about the personality or characteristics of the dragon?
Oh, the dragon, because the dragon is auspicious and a very powerful animal for us. So it's a lucky animal for us. So people think that, well, if you are so that's why a lot of Chinese people or Taiwanese people, when they were trying to, is the year of the dragon, they were, all the parents, they have to have a dragon son or a dragon daughter because that they think that, okay, that's auspicious, it's lucky.
Yeah.
So they said the dragon people, they may have to be like, you can be the leader, you know, because that also in our culture, the ancient time, the empire will also have we call him the son of the dragon. The son of the dragon. So it's also is very powerful. So we think that, okay. So in that year also we have many,
There's lots of babies born.
a lot of dragon babies in that year.
Okay, so if there's a year that most people want to have a baby, which is the year of the dragon, what year do they try not to?
Well, I think that would be the year of snake.
Wow.
Yeah, because in our culture is always say snake is kind of like a
Deceiving,
creepy.
yeah.
Oh, those poor babies.
But still.
They're born and everybody's thinking, oh, you're going to be a
In
bad
our way, we
one.
think like a snake people, they are
Oh my
smart.
God, Marlene. Poor baby.
It's true.
Interestingly enough, I actually am from the year of the snake.
Alright, so this,
It's like
from the slide before,
yeah, let's go back into the years so we
Yeah.
help people. People might want to know their zodiac in
Alright,
the
so-
Chinese lunar calendar.
So here we go.
Yes.
So if you were born in the year
So what animal are you?
85,
Said
well,
you're
I'm an
hungry.
82, so I'd think probably a dog.
You're
year
the
of
dog.
The year of the dog.
Okay.
That's good.
So what's the significance behind the dog? I
Well,
got this.
of course, when we think about dog, we know that okay, they
Playful.
are very. We're gonna say loyal.
Yes,
They are very
yes,
loyal, right? Because we say that dogs are our best friends.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, so they are
yes.
very loyal. So usually when we make friends, it's like, okay, the zodiac sign of dog, then we can trust them.
Ah,
Yes.
We're still undecided. I'm kidding. No. But that's interesting. What about your year?
My year is the year of the monkey.
Okay. What
Yes.
does that mean?
Well, the monkey, usually we think of the monkey, also a bit like an expression. So the monkey, we think that they are like clever because, they sneak around and like take something very fast and quickly. So we think a monkey would be like clever and smart, something related with that.
You said they take something.
And let's go to our snake. So it's not all bad, right?
Not all
Okay,
bad.
good.
Yes.
So what about the snake?
The snake, of course, as well, because a snake also, in the other way, they say that, well, they are like a sneaky or creaky, but also, at the same time, we think as snake people, they are also very smart as well, because they are intelligent, because they know how to find a way to get in or get out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That
It's
means-
not all bad.
You're good, you're lucky.
And then let's move into the year of the rat.
Yes.
Yeah. So what about the rat?
So the year of the rat, usually the way see the personality will be very optimistic and energetic and also likable. Yes, likable by all the people because, who doesn't like Mickey Mouse, right? Rat. So that's why they say that. And also,
That's funny because in our culture, rats are so much love.
also-
We're tired of Mickey Mouse.
in the other way, the rat also because of the reproduction rate. So also a lot of married couples, if they wanted children, they want kids, usually they also to pray for the rat as well. We have like a god for each animals, and instead of pray for that, if they wanted children, they're going to pray that so it's possible they could get more children if they want.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I'm the year of the rat.
Okay,
Yes,
then,
good. No.
Yes, and then also we
That means I
might-
celebrate all year long.
Yes, that'll be your year.
All right. Wow. And then we've got the tiger, and you know
Yes.
that's one of the most notorious or people fear the tiger.
Oh really? But in our culture, tiger is also powerful.
Yeah.
So that's why you see the tiger in the video, the tiger and dragon.
Yes.
So you're saying, okay, if you're a tiger also.
So the rabbit, what's going on with the rabbit? He's just so cute, and funny, and
Well, the rabbit, yes, it's all the personality with that, and also they are very, how to say that, flexible and they can move very fast, so they can think very quick and somehow.
so while we're at the University of Belize, and you've been doing this for 2 years there,
Yes.
we see a lot of students wanting to be a part of it, and the significance of trying to learn Mandarin.
Yes.
What are the first things you tell them as a teacher? This is what you need to know.
Well, the first thing, every time in my class, I think the first thing I would ask them is that, why do you want to be in this class? I'll ask them their motivations because I always tell them that, well, learning a new language is never easy.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when you learn Mandarin, it's different from English or Spanish.
Yeah.
So you might have a lot of difficulties when you're learning
Yeah.
it. So I want to know their motivations, and I would tell them that, well, just keep that motivation because I keep that in mind, and then that will help you to support you or hand in there on your way of learning Mandarin. Yes, and also telling them that, well, because English, they already know English and Spanish, right? So those two the biggest language in the world, and also now they are learning Mandarin. So basically, they can speak to most of the people in
Yeah,
the world.
that is true. That is
So
true.
it's quite exciting about that.
Now, you clearly said it is a challenge because it is very different
Yes.
from the languages that we speak in Belize. So how do you get them prepared, especially with the pronunciation part? Because that's the part that we struggle with.
That's
the
the- yeah,
most.
that's the tough
Well,
part.
we did on the show at least. Yeah, I'd be calling my mother horse quite a bit. Thank goodness she's forgiving, right?
Marlene, you have something, yes?
But let's start with the pronunciation.
Well, the pronunciation, like usually in the class, I will tell them that the intonation, I think the most difficulty will be the intonations. And the intonation, we have like a 4 intonation and then 1 neutral. But intonation, we use, in Mandarin, is that each word we have the intonation. But actually in English, you guys have the intonation as well. But just like you don't notice where you don't use that so much.
Really?
Yes.
So tell us,
So
what
for
intonations have you
example-
heard from us?
Okay, so for example, like in Mandarin, we have the, let's say 4 tones, right? So the first tone, so that'd be like flat and high pitch. So that'd be like in English, be like you say, so that would be the first tone. That's the where it should be. So like when you're going to see the doctor and the doctor asks you to open your mouth, you're like, so that's the one.
Okay.
All right.
And
You're a
then
good teacher.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
and then the second tone is the rising tone. So the rising tone would be like English, you would say what?
Well,
I would say we say what? Then with the rising tone, right? And then the third tone is like this check. So it's to go from the high to low and high again, up again. So it'd be like English, you say well. So it's like, oh well. So you gotta go down and up again. And the last one, the fourth tone will be the short and strong, so and then quick. So that'd be from the lower tone. So that would be like in English, we need no. So we say no, that would be strong and short.
Yeah.
So
the
that'd be
kids
like
could master that one.
Yeah, quick.
so that would be so and then the next one what and well and no. So it's easier to get into catch up with the knowledge.
That's
of
cool.
intonations.
Yeah.
Very faster and easier.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, Corey. Pop quiz.
Yes.
What can you say to us? You know, if you've learned this language well, you can help to teach us, right?
Yes.
And you have your teacher here supervising, so it is a quiz, right? So tell us something you've learned and try to get us to.
Okay, so I think one of the most important things that you could learn is maybe just how to do a quick self-introduction.
Okay.
Yes, and so initially when you start off, you find out how to say your name and what's not. Now there are 2 ways to say that. You have to say she, which is I am, but you can also say 我的名字, which would be, yes, 我的名字. Which,
I like she.
yes, it's she. But 我的名字 would directly translate to my name.
Okay.
Yes, my name.
我的名字.
Yes, and you'd also, so in the full sentence it would be 我的名字是, and then you put in your name.
我的名字是
And then
Marlene.
Yes. Yes. And so that would directly be my name is, and then you'd have your name.
And what is your name in
In Mandarin, my name, let me, 我的名字是高凯瑞.
Gao Kai Rai.
Yes.
So we did this exercise, and you know, it's
think it
very
was last
interesting
year or
because
the
you
year before.
separate the name based on the different sounds that you hear from our English name, right? So there's a translated name in Mandarin.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, usually I would give the name to my students, and then the way I give it is that, well, based on, so like in Mandarin culture, in our culture, so that the name usually we put the last name in the end.
Yeah.
Oh no, in the first, sorry, my bad. So the last name first and then the first name. So that's why, so in English, I'll just try to find the
This
similar,
happens all the time
pronunciation.
because sometimes people would send us names for the show, and if they would put the last name first, and they get her like, which one is your name?
Yes.
It happens.
Yeah, sometimes I confused. Yeah, so like his name Gao, so that'd be his last name actually. So we put in the first.
Yeah.
And then his first name Curry. So that I just say Kai Rui. So I also try to pick up from like a similar pronunciation in Mandarin, but also in the meanwhile also find out like some meaningful meaning behind the characters, because the character also have the behind it. So usually that the way I got my name from my parents, and then they wish that their wishes for you, their hopes for you. They wish you that okay, you could be like grow up healthily, or they hope that you grow up beautifully, or somehow.
Yeah.
So that's the name. Their wishes for you, their anticipations to you. So that's why.
So Gao, sorry, Gao, because I'm thinking that was similar to Garcia. That was the closest sound to Garcia.
Ah.
Okay, and then the other name,
Gao Kai Rei.
Kai Ray,
Gao
which
Kai
is
Rei.
Ko-Ray. Okay,
It's like
similar
Corey,
sounds.
Kai Rei.
But each one of those would have a meaning as well.
Yes,
so your
they
name
do.
has a meaning. What is
Yes, it does. So Gao is actually tall, and I may not be that tall, but But I think I can.
Aspirations.
Yes.
And
And
then,
then Kai, if I'm not mistaken, actually means intelligence.
Oh.
Yes, intelligence. And then finally, Ray is like model. Yes. So those are the meaning that would be attributed to it.
Gao Kai Ray.
Gao Kai Ray.
Hey.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right. So on the screen we have some.
John, do
like,
you remember your name?
I think
I
it's,
noticed you brushed past that one fast.
No,
You
no.
don't remember it. Guilty too.
No,
I'm not
at the
putting
last
you on the
time
spot.
we did a session, it was Ni Hao Wo Jia Wo Jian. Something to that extent.
Great memory.
Something to that extent.
I
don't-
love that pop quiz. I can't remember. But it is, so how do you do the opposite? So when you move to an English-speaking country, how do
Yeah.
you choose your English name?
Well, my
Yeah,
English,
good
well,
question.
that's a funny thing is because usually the way we choose our English name is was given by our teacher as well. And then the teacher just pick up a name randomly. So like my teacher say, oh, Edward, you like that? I said, okay, sure. So even we don't know what the meaning behind it, so we just
So they don't put the level of effort that you do.
Yeah, you just give somebody a name. You name Edward. No.
yeah, I think Edward's good with me. So
Edward's
I-
good.
Okay,
I
but if
I
you
like
were to go
Edward.
back now, and if you were to match sounds or meanings, what would you choose? Have you ever thought of that?
No, but I think Edward. A lot of people tell me that. Well, your name, you look like Edward. So they said, well, Edward
Because,
is good.
all right, so question is question. So how do you get used to that name when they? So is it as first when they Edward?
well, because I think that once I moved to here, and then I know that because usually we introduce ourselves in English name because
Yeah.
our Mandarin name sometimes is hard for foreigners to pronounce it. So just use my English name. Just call me English. That'll be easier. So Edward, and then sometimes I would misunderstand because there are many Edwards surrounding me. So that sometimes when I call Edward, I just turn around and say, okay, that's not me. Okay, so that's awkward. But yeah, it's just get
Your
used
name
to it.
is your name is Yu Cheng.
Yeah, that's my Mandarin name.
And what does it mean?
Cheng.
The yu means like the first word yu, so yu means like a raise a child, okay, and then chen means honest. So I guess that's my parents'
You're
name.
an honest
I
child.
hope so.
You Cheng,
I
yeah.
hope that
Yeah,
you
that's what my
fulfilled their hopes at
I
birth.
hope so. I hope.
Yu Cheng.
Yu Cheng Yang.
Yes, yu chen yang.
All right, I love it, man. I love it.
Yes.
All right, and so we did the zodiac sign. We did the year.
I do want to go back to just how the Chinese New Year celebrated in Belize because you know growing up we always see the celebration. There's actually I know a big event that's open to the public as well.
Yes.
It's probably sold out by now because it's something that a lot of people look forward
Yeah.
to.
Yes.
Talk to us about how much of that is similar to what you would see back home.
Let's see here. Well, at least I would see that because we sometimes will give the red envelope as well. The red envelope, and also usually like on New Year's Eve or before New Year's Eve, we should do the cleaning the house, the entire house.
Okay.
Because I would think that before the end of the year, we should clean the house, and which means also sweeping out the bed luck of your
Okay.
house, and then you are ready for the good luck to coming into your house.
Yeah.
So that's why I have to do it before New Year. So
Yeah.
to clean the house.
So you cleaned your house already?
Oh yes.
Okay,
I'm still
good.
doing that. On the progress.
I mean, but like, is this just like a traditional cleaning? Like you just want it as clean as possible?
Yeah, I just
Okay.
want to clean the dust and everything.
Okay.
Yes. And then also then we will have, of course, the family reunions that have
Okay.
the family have a dinner together. And then what else? Let me see. The firecrackers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the firecrackers, we think that okay, it could make it's a holiday, so we can make it more livable and then more lively. So it's a celebrations.
Yeah.
And then sometimes people will also, we will say some blessing word as well. Because for us, it's also when we see each other, then we just say like a happy new year, and then make you wish that you have all your dreams come true, or like make you make a lot of money, something like that. Yes. So like here in Belize, I think it's quite similar.
Yeah, I think.
And we have the dragon dance.
have the
that
dragon
goes-
dance.
Firecrackers, of course, they have that.
So the dragon dance, I'm remembering now, it's about bringing luck to your business.
Yes.
For the new year, right?
Yes.
So explain to us what's happening there when that dragon comes through the streets and goes to a business.
Oh, yeah, because dragon and there's other auspicious animal, right? So then they say that, well, usually it would be for the businessmen.
Yeah.
Okay, they would say that, okay, I want to make more money for the rest of the new year. So they say, okay, so they invite the dragon dance or lion dance to their house, and then because they think at the same time, so they see that the people wearing the mask, they say, okay, so that's also like the fortune god. So they say, also the god will come over and then give you the luck and the money so they can make more money. And the dragon and the lion, sometimes so you will see in some performance, the people they will prepare like a coin or somehow to like the dragon or lion that they can clip it. So they said, okay, so when they can bring the money to you.
Oh, that's interesting.
There we go. And then there's
So I'm sure I've said this on the show. As a child, I was petrified.
Yeah,
by
me too.
dragon dance. Like, I remember walking down Albert Street and just seeing it, and it's like, oh my gosh! It's
Big
just
dog.
really scary.
So what about the
I'm
movement?
better now.
Yes, does the movement signifies anything, or it's just?
I think the movement is just trying to imitate the way of the dragon and lion they move. So
And these you said are
let's say that they are the fortune gods. So
Okay.
they did the dragon and the lion to each household and
yeah. And they're wearing different colors for a different reason, or
usually just trying to find some brightful colors.
Bright,
Yeah, the
okay.
bright color for that.
Okay, there you go. That's a big feat.
And can anyone be a lion or dragon dancer, or
I think so.
have you ever done it?
Yeah.
No, I
Okay.
couldn't do that.
Why?
It's still kind of a profession, so that you have to practice for years
Okay.
or somehow.
Oh,
Yeah,
to
that's-
learn it.
Yeah, there's a specific movement, and then somehow you have to do that. You also have to jumping, somehow it's a hopping. So
That's true.
I think you
We've
have to
seen
be
them done that.
professional.
Yeah, we've
You
seen
really
them
have to
done
be
that.
an active person.
Yeah.
To keep up.
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah. So yeah, because it's New Year coming, so in my class I also talk about the New Year's activities.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then for this year, from this semester, actually, it's the first year we are going to have the class in Bali City. They usually we have the class in Belmopan. And this semester we have, because we keep hearing some people that asking, do we
Yeah.
have the class in Bali City? So yeah, from this semester we're going to offer the class in Bali City as well.
Oh,
Yes.
great.
So in the class we talk about.
So when is that going to start?
Oh, actually, class will start from in the city. In Bali City, start from next Friday.
Okay.
So yeah, so if you guys are interested, or anybody who's interested,
yeah.
welcome to join us to
Ha.
sign up.
What time is it?
Oh, that'll be from 5:30 to 8 o'clock on
5:30.
Friday.
Okay.
Okay. And then Corey did mention that it's only one time a week in UB for students.
Yes.
So if I'm a UB student and I sign up to be a part of that class, it's only one time for the week.
Yeah, usually be 1 time or 2 times a week
Okay.
maximum, because I will have the class after work time, after working hours, and at the school. So
Okay.
I don't want to give too much burden for the
I
students.
hear you,
They're the
Edward.
entire
I
day of
hear
work.
you.
Yeah.
I hear you. But
Yes.
check that out. So we were talking about jumping things, and there we go.
Yeah,
there's
they have to
some-
jump into the very high stage, so I think that's not easy.
Yeah, those are the real professionals.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about the important stuff. What do you eat on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day?
Okay, so New Year's
What's a
Eve.
must-have item, right?
Corey's excited.
Do you know this answer already? You already did your
Well, we went over them. I cannot remember the names exactly. It's a lot, but I know that they were good food.
All right. So,
So tell us.
yeah.
Usually that we will have, traditionally we have the dumplings. Dumplings and fish. And also some family will prepare spring rolls.
yeah.
So yeah, usually the 3 mainly food.
Yeah.
Okay, the fish is because the pronunciation of fish is also close to like remain left. So then for our culture, I think maybe we really like money or somehow, because all of the 3 food is related with money or fortune. So yeah, then the fish we say, okay, so remain. So which means and then we won't finish the entire fish because we have left a little bit.
Okay.
And then because that in Mandarin pronunciation means 剩余. So 剩余, it means remain. So remain means that we hope that each year you have the savings. So for your money, so every year you can have some. So you won't spend all of your money every year.
Yeah.
And then, so you have some saving for next year as well.
Yeah.
And then so like dumplings. So dumplings also, the shape of dumplings looks like the traditional money we
Yeah.
have, the ancient
Like-
money we use.
yeah.
So that's why also we
That's why
start-
it's-
so
it's
we
turned,
eat that and then you have that. And then also even some people will put the coin inside the dumplings.
What?
So the luckiest person who can have that is, okay, so maybe for the rest of the new year, you'll be the luckiest one.
Lucky, but not for your teeth.
Yes.
Maybe it's lucky for your
So you have to
dentist.
buy very carefully.
And you said the third one
the third
was?
one is the spring rose.
Okay.
And then because spring rose, usually the color will be like yellow. So
Yeah.
then, okay, that's related with gold. So
Okay.
oh, okay, so money again.
Money again, yeah.
So, yes.
Oh, that's all right.
I
That's
thought
all
duck
right.
was a traditional New Year's meal too.
Sorry?
Duck?
Ducks. Usually we see that too, but not exactly.
The
for
other three are more
yes.
prominent.
Okay.
Okay, fantastic.
So now we know.
So we are learning so much, and we hope that you are too. We're actually going to take a very quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about ink paintings and a bit of singing.
Ooh, Corey, you
Right.
ready?
And it's not going to be John. Don't worry. Right?
Yes, thank gosh, thank gosh.
We're going to take that break and be back in a few. Stay tuned.
So I will be performing a song called Gongxi, which translates to congratulations from Mandarin. Yes. 每条大街小巷，每个人的嘴里，见面第一句话就是恭喜恭喜，恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀，恭喜恭喜恭喜你。冬天地角尽头，珍惜的好的小巷，温暖的春风就要惊醒大地呀，恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀，恭喜恭喜恭喜你。 好好冰水溶解，阳看梅花吐蕊，漫漫长夜过去，听到一声集体，那恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀，恭喜恭喜恭喜你。经过多少困难，历经多少磨练。 多少心儿盼望，盼望群的消息，那恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀，恭喜恭喜恭喜你。每条大的小巷，每个人的嘴里，见面第一句话就是恭喜恭喜，那恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀，恭喜恭喜恭喜你。 恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀！恭喜恭喜恭喜你。
All right.
There you had it. Well, happy New Year's Eve to you too. Of course,
Yeah,
our show so
gongxi,
far
gongxi.
has been focusing on the Chinese New Year. Today's
Yeah.
New Year's Eve. That was Corey Garcia, a student at University of Belize, 2 years in, or a year and a half into his Mandarin classes, and clearly doing well enough to sing that song for us.
Edward, you've been doing great, sir.
Yeah.
You taught him well. You taught him well. Oh, come over here. That's
Yeah.
that. Yeah. With you know, with gong, she gong.
So how'd you go into singing?
Yeah.
Well, I've enjoyed music for a very long time.
Yeah.
So, Mandarin itself, they call it a musical language because of the tones and everything. So it's very common that you hear the songs have that melody, and
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed listening to them.
And so what does the song say?
So the song is a song congratulating everyone for making it to a new year. So Gongxi translates to congratulations.
Oh.
Gongxi.
So for graduations, weddings, and what's not, that's everyone would Gongxi Gongxi. That would be
Gongxi, gongxi, gongxi.
Alright. Very good.
Very good.
How long did it take you to master that one?
Well, I didn't know I would be on the show until about the start of this week. So I
So
had
you
about
practiced.
a week to practice and get ready. And
Well, we couldn't have done at all.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you very much.
Even if you did a mistake, we didn't know.
Edward did, but he wasn't.
Well, it's excellent. It's good.
So from music, we're going to ink painting. So tell us about this and the tradition behind that.
So the ink painting is also kind of the traditional art we
Okay.
do. And usually because in our culture we do calligraphy, right?
Okay.
So calligraphy is usually not only we use for writing, also we do with the painting art as well.
Okay.
Okay, so back at that time, the ink painting, because in ancient time we don't have camera. So of course we will use the painting to record everything what we have. Okay, and then supposedly, since it's ink painting, we're supposed to use a brush, but it would take like years to practice. So then today we're going to do the easiest way. Okay, so we use a straw.
Okay.
To do that. So it's more like a blue ink painting.
okay, cool.
Okay.
All right.
So then we're going to do is so and then today we're going to do is the plum tree.
Okay.
Okay, in our culture, because plum, bamboo, and pine, these three kinds of tree, and then because they could survive, keep alive in the winter.
Oh,
so we think that, okay, that's the ideal personality we would have. Okay. So yes, so now what I'm going to do is I will use the ink. Okay, that's the ink. So I'll put a little dot here. Okay, so you're going to use the straw to blow, okay, to make it spray.
Okay.
Okay, but don't blow too hard because you might feel dizzy. Okay.
All
So
right.
yes. So let's see here. Okay.
Cool.
One dot.
And then you want to, oops, sorry, that's okay.
All right.
And then we're gonna make it like a tree.
Okay, so we make a tree with.
Yes, so then you just found in these directions, and you're gonna blow it away up.
So I just blow.
Yes, just blow and make it spray.
Upward.
Yes, and then make it sprayed as possible. Oh yeah, that's good. Yes, and then you're gonna try to make it spread as much as possible. You can have more branches. Yes, you can control the directions.
Oh, it's hard.
Oh, that's good, that's good. Oh, that's pretty. Yes.
Almost like a party game.
Yeah.
Yes, so because the way we prepare this is very easy, so if you don't have ink, then you just use like water painting at home, then you can do that too. Oh, wow, that's good. Yes.
My ink is drying already though. Oops. I think that's the
Yes,
best I
I
can
think then, oh, that would be good.
get. Wow.
Oh, wow, okay.
I could barely stand up now, but cool. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yes, it's pretty, it's
Yeah.
pretty. Okay, so now we have the tree.
Okay.
So now what we're going to do is, the easiest way we're going to do is that just pick up a color pen, okay, and just put on the flower with it. For example, you can choose any color you like, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put on the help. So for example, you're going
Yeah.
to do with a dot. Okay, you can dot it. Okay, so make it like this way. You can make it more, so it'll be like a flower.
Cool.
Or you can make it like this way. Okay, so the 5 of them. Okay, so make it like a flower. So everywhere, so you can decorate your tree.
Okay.
Yes.
All right then.
Yes.
Well, let's do it.
And then so that's the traditional art we do. And also, if you like, usually the painters they will sign, they will have their signature right next to it, so you will know that. Okay. And we will do the ink painting usually when.
Sure as well.
Actually, it could be any time. It doesn't have to be the traditional the Lunar New Year because you can hang it on. It's like a pictures, a painting at your home. So yeah, it's some kind of artwork you have. And actually, the ink painting.
You do one color?
Well, you can do as many colors as you
Okay,
want. That's
just
okay.
checking.
Yes, no worry. Yeah, you can make it more colorful the way you like it.
Okay. It's definitely something fun to do at home.
Clearly, because we're so absorbed in it right now. So it's just very simple. As you said, you would actually do it with paint traditionally.
Yeah, you should use a brush to paint
Okay.
it because the ink painting usually can divide it into 3 different categories. The first one would be landscape painting. Another one would be figure painting. And then the third one would be like a tree or bird or flowers. That's what we would do. And then also the ink painting, we have the ink painting usually, because like I say, we don't have a camera before. So ink painting is a way to record while the life before. So also it's very important resources we can do to study what Asian people, what's their life look like, and then what's their lifestyle, what do they eat, what do they do, yeah, or the way they dress.
So Corey, I clearly see why you would stay in a class in this. Do you do ink painting with your students?
Oh yes, I do that before. Yes, and then also the ink painting, and also introducing the Chinese New Year, and also our Valentine's Day, and then the Moon Festival.
So when is the Valentine's Day? The same day?
No, it's different. For
Yeah,
our-
because your year is just starting, right?
yes. So Valentine's Day will happen, let's say, around August or September this year.
And what do you? How is it different?
But the difference, I think, actually, we don't celebrate the Chinese Valentine's Day that much. I think affected by Valentine's Day from Western, so I think that we celebrate more on like February 14th.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but Valentine's Day still we do that, and then but no chocolate, nothing. We just
Just say I love
We
you.
just say I love you.
yeah.
Okay, good.
That's easiest.
Yes.
Yes.
But we actually did the ink painting, but we did it with the calligraphy, where we actually draw the characters.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes.
So calligraphy is hard. So
Yeah, take that to
Yes.
master.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll
but
tell
you guys
what.
doing very
Yeah,
good.
this was very much fun.
Yeah, it's like a good
Yeah.
Plum tree.
Yeah, it is.
Mine a bit sad, but
No.
All right, so there you see it. We
Yeah.
did a little bit of, and this is cool. You know what? I just can imagine if you do this with your kids
your
at home,
kids,
how much
yeah.
fun they're gonna have. Just blowing the paint across the paper, and
That's nice. I really like that.
yeah, I
Very
like yours
colorful,
too. I
very
actually, you know.
Yes, they're very good actually.
So we get A's.
Yeah, cool.
Yes.
All right, now I'm happy.
We are like top students.
Top students, yes.
Yeah. All right. So once we said, as you said earlier,
Yes.
you're now hosting a Mandarin class in Belize City for the
yes.
first time.
Yes.
Tell us the details about that. Do you still have space for people to sign up?
Yes. We're going to keep up the people could still sign up for until next Friday.
Okay.
Yes. So then, if you're interested, just contact us or UB. Also, I prepared a flyer as well.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So yeah, so there'll be in Belize City. That will be every Friday from 5:30 to 8
8,
o'clock,
okay.
and then yes, so that'll be once a week.
Where?
It'll be in Belize City campus, the UB.
UB Belize City campus.
Yes.
All right, cool.
All right. And so a great opportunity to learn Mandarin and understand a bit more about the culture. I know the students take advantage of it because they all have plans of traveling. So you're applying for Taiwan scholarships now?
yes, I am
Yeah.
looking into them.
What are you
your
going to
major?
study?
Yeah.
Well, for right now, I'm majoring in chemistry and math.
Nice.
Yes,
Nice.
And well, I'm still thinking about what I'm going to pursue once I go to Taiwan,
Yeah.
but I'm sure I'll figure it out soon.
I'm
enough.
sure.
Why
you
is
will,
why
I'm
is
sure.
Taiwan someplace
Your
that you
choice,
want to
yeah.
go study?
Well, I believe it's gonna be a big change of pace
Yeah.
compared to being here in Belize. But I think it's a good way to see the world
Yeah.
rather than just maybe
Being
going
exposed, yeah.
to
Yeah.
some other country
Yeah.
that is nearby.
Yeah,
You know?
that we're already exposed to.
Yes, yes.
Great, I love to hear that. And Edward can give you all the tips of
Yeah.
Yes,
how to survive Taiwan.
Yeah, don't catch the B train, catch the A train.
All right, so we want to thank you for
Thank
coming
you
in. How do
guys,
we say
yes.
Happy New Year again?
Happy New Year, we say 新年快乐.
新年快乐. Oh, yes, I remember.
Perfect.
So,
新年快乐.
新年快乐 to all our viewers, especially to those, to the people celebrating Chinese New Year. And if you've never done it before, have some dumplings, you know, and share in the celebration as well.
Have some fish, don't eat all.
Yeah. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you
in.
so
It's been a
very
lovely
much.
morning.
Thank you,
for
thank
having
you,
us.
Yeah.
thank
Cheers.
you.
Cheers.
谢谢，
Cheers,
新年快乐。
Yes, 恭喜恭喜。
Right.
You're a fast learner.
We're gonna go ahead now and take a break. But before we do, we got a bit of Flashback Friday happening. It's gonna be looking at the celebration of the Chinese New Year last year. So let's check that out.
Flavor with a Beat is brought to you by Grace Kennedy Belize Limited, bringing good taste to life.
And welcome back. We are now venturing into our third segment for the morning. Normally this is a second segment, but nonetheless, we had a wonderful time learning Mandarin and learning that today is actually Chinese New Year Eve. Tomorrow it's going to be New Year and it's the Year of the Rat. So while we're doing the Year of the Rat, I'll tell you what, it's Grace Flavor with a beat. And with this beat, we're actually doing the day of curry. Day of coconut.
Curry. Everything curry.
Chef D is in with us. Chef Dwayne Lizam is in with us. And it's always a nice time hanging out with him. And we've got Emerson Acosta in with us as well, representing Grace. Buddies, good morning. How you guys doing?
Oh, doing very good, man. Very good.
I noticed we've got 2 pots on, one already with something in. We've got some veggies cut up already. We have a blender, and we know when you got a blender, you mean business.
That's right, we mean shakes.
All right, so what are we doing today?
Oh, we're doing something very, very basic, something very, very easy. I'm just going to do some curry, like stir fry.
Curry stir fry.
Coconut curry, right?
Sin meat or con meat?
Sin meat. You could do your protein on the end. You could add your carne, sin fish, sin chicken, and everything like that. But why I'm doing this, because Grace make it so easy, and some people just, there's a step to this. There's an easy step to this that I think Belizeans are missing out on to get your flavors, to bring that Grace flavor more inside.
All right.
The step I'm getting at will be the coconut, of course. And we have our new keto.
A new one again?
A new one again. Spicy.
Curry. Yes. Spicy curry.
It's in there.
Yes.
there.
Let me smell it though.
We're
gonna open it?
Yes,
we're opening
go
it?
ahead and open that.
All right.
All right.
Because smell them. Because I love smell coriander chicken. I don't want PG. So
Yes.
let me open it. Yes.
The impurities of curry. Here we go with the impurities of curry. It's a calming. It stays in your system for a longer time. It's like people are finding out about turmeric. You hear everybody want turmeric. Everybody want turmeric.
Everything
out. But it's been there a long time. Grace has it there a long time, and there's turmeric in. There's always turmeric in curry. So curry is a very, very nice flavor. I'm gonna do it a local style for you.
All right. So our ingredients are
we got some onions. We have some celery.
I think we have ginger.
Oh, ginger. Get your ginger, guys. Ginger is very good.
Ginger curry pear proper.
Yes, it's bringing out the heat. And the purities in ginger is very good. Your bowel is good for bowel movement, right? It breaks down the gases. It works a lot with your system, all right?
I love it. Then we got the infamous garlic.
Garlic, right?
I noticed you have habanero.
I'll spice it up a little bit for you. We got some celery and some bell pepper, right?
Yeah.
So let me start with this. This is a very important part I want to show everybody, right? Instead of just putting your vegetables in the water and throw the curry pan it and done. No.
What you do?
This is a up level. I'm gonna make a curry colada.
That's what we're going to make right now. Curry colada.
Curry colada. All right.
So,
bam.
Blender.
Blend her. All right. I'm just gonna add some the onion.
And the rest of the vegetables.
Yes. Remember now, there's a little half. I went with half.
All right.
Half a gift in there for you. Yes. All right.
I mean, habanero is not too spicy, you know. It's not too hot.
It's not too. It all depends on what type.
I know this snaps and.
And Grace have so much hot sauce. We have so much hot sauce, and each hot sauce comes with 1, 2, 3 pepper, 2 pepper, 1 pepper, meaning the heat.
The heat level. Yeah, the different heat levels.
Grace has it figured out, so you know.
All right. So what are we going to do? So you're not going to just put that in, or you're cutting it up first?
I'm cutting up first. All right. This is a recipe from way back yonder.
All right.
The real curry. All right. You want real intense flavor.
Yeah.
You don't just want the curry to run about all over the place and think. No, you want taste. Pop the ginger in there. Of course.
We're gonna put the coconut,
Coconut
milk.
milk.
You know that the my exciting thing.
That's
I
right.
love that.
That's right.
And you know, shake it up before,
Shake
man.
it up, wash it off there
Yeah,
from John.
man,
Just,
let's
I
wipe
recommend.
it up.
I
Let's wipe it
recommend
up.
if you
Let's wipe it
you
up.
buy cans in the store, carry it home. It's been sitting there a long time.
Yeah.
I wash,
Shake it. Shake it.
Shake it, and I wash my whole can.
Yeah.
And you know, because then the dust goes off in your hands, and then your hands go all over the place.
All right.
So,
So, you know,
coconut oil.
so you put coconut oil too,
Coconut
even
oil.
though you.
Yes. Coconut oil.
Shake on it, John.
Nah, I tell you what, I'm gonna be the baddest part.
The
now.
beat.
Yes. All right. So we got
All right.
that shaked already.
All right, let me just knock that open.
Chicken not stirred.
Yeah.
All right. Yes.
You've been doing too much traveler segment, huh, John? I'm gonna
All
hold
right.
that there.
So we got the two of them.
I'm gonna go in.
All right. So we're gonna put the curry.
Let me see. Okay.
Yeah, that's set already, man. Remember, I opened up shop, you know. All right. So here we go. We're putting in.
look
So
at
how
that,
do you
look at
determine how much you put in though? When it comes to curry, that's the thing.
That's the thing. I go high on curry.
Okay.
I go high meaning that I put a little bit extra
Why?
to
Why?
taste.
Oh.
To taste.
And this is a spicy one.
Definitely, this is a spicy one.
So we got habanero, we put curry, and that's spicy.
That's spicy.
Why? Look how he poured the milk. Hey. Yeah. Yeah, this is lovely, man. I really, really, really like it.
And this is real easy, guys.
Yeah.
This is very, very easy.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, I'm just gonna hold the rest for.
All right, so we hold the rest. Let's put it here.
All right, so we're gonna make a paste. See what I'm getting at?
All right.
I'm making a paste.
All right.
All right.
So we make that paste. We did on 5. Oh, all right. So here we go. Want to look like cool slaw too?
Yeah.
But you know, when people look at this, and I've got to say that in the calendar, there is always the recipes and stuff like that.
Right.
What is this one good for?
This base is good for a lot of things. If you have chicken, right?
Everybody got
Everybody
chicken.
have
Yeah.
You got fish, you got shrimp. This is a marinade also.
Oh, cool. Oh, so you just soak that in and then
Soak
you.
it, yeah.
So you could actually use it as a marinade,
it is
soak
a
it overnight,
marinade.
and then you could barbecue with that.
There you go.
My
There you
goodness.
go. If you have shrimp kebabs,
Uh-huh.
no salt, no black pepper, clean your shrimp, put that in there. Put
And you
in
soak
there,
it?
And you soak it. You went barbecue this evening, you
Yeah,
soak it like
yeah.
1 hour before.
Yeah.
Shrimp, fish doesn't take long. All right? And that's a marinade for your next curry dish.
Really?
Right?
All right, I want to taste it though.
Definitely,
You know, just score around and say this thing
let's-
and say this thing, and I can't get one taste.
gotta-
Chef T, come on,
there
man.
you go.
Yeah, let me. Yeah, I want to dip it though, cause yeah.
You dipper, you dipper, you dipper.
Wanna look
you
like
dipper.
it? No. All right. Oh my God, the scent is so good.
It's right there.
Yes. All right, so just a piece, just a piece. Oh, curry.
It's very good. It's very
yes,
You like that,
yes,
John? You like that?
curry, yes.
It's getting there, John?
It sting, like
It
there's a sting behind it. Yes.
Curry has to sting. I won't eat a curry dish if it's not zinging. Curry is supposed to zing.
I've never tasted like all this mixture, and I think it's a great thing for marinade. But for me, I definitely put something salt based for additional flavor. That much I would do, but this is good.
All right.
All right, next move.
We won't put it in a glass and drink it, right?
Emerson, we're coming to you in a few.
Yes,
now.
yes.
No problem.
Let me turn this on high. So no, we got this base done already. You got your chicken, your fish, your shrimp, your curry goat, your whatever you got in there, right?
All right, so we're putting in now some
back to the coconut.
yeah.
You
You know,
want-
there's jealousy going on across.
I
the
know,
camera.
they're
Come
smelling.
snap it. Yeah.
You can't even hold
yeah,
up.
the man can't hold up himself.
Wait, stop. I know you're minding the door, but
Yeah.
So-
So we do this.
yes. And Emerson, you want to toss?
All right, Emerson. Tell us what's going on, buddy.
Well,
What
I
you
have
have lined up?
some veg. Yeah, we're gonna toss up
Throw
some.
that in there.
Yep.
All right, put it.
Just
Listen to this.
Notice my big grin and a play.
That's the song you want to hear.
Yeah.
That's the song. It's
Go ahead, Emerson.
Is it talking? What is it saying?
Nah,
Cook.
Cook. Me.
Yeah, cook curry, hurry.
I heard the celery ask. I heard the celery. Where I play tonight?
Yeah. It has the cucumber, it has the cabbage, and it has the broccoli.
So, there
So we got some fresh in there. All right.
All right, so you marinate your saute your veggies.
Saute
Right.
veg, yeah.
What are we putting in there?
I'm putting some. This is mint. Okay. You have a nice
Love
mint.
I love mint.
Mint is very good. Not only for mojitos.
So we're putting in all this, or
Some
what
mint.
are we doing? We're putting in all this.
Yes. yes. We have some mint. We have some basil. Oh my God.
Mint, basil.
Basil.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna season this a little bit. Emerson, we have our favorite, one of my favorite go-to seasoning.
It's nice.
All right, just cut it here.
Woo, smell them.
You smell them?
Hey.
All right. So
I
imagine
love
when
it.
you got mint and curry going.
All right.
Other places like Trinidad and those places, they will hit this with a banana.
Really?
A ripe banana, because the sweetness will come from the banana and the
Yeah.
curry will, the heat from the curry and the sweet.
But you know, we did one
We
of
did
that.
one of that.
We did
Yeah,
one
we
of that.
did.
We
Yes,
did one of that.
yes, I remember
Yeah.
now.
Mix up, man.
Mix up, man.
Hey, I love it. Check that out. Yeah. Man.
You could go on board with kalalo. You could go on board with bok choy. You could go on board with you just put your veggies in there.
Yeah, we look for flip, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we're looking to flip.
Flip on it, Johnny.
Flip on,
Yeah,
John.
we're flipping.
Flip on, John.
Yeah. Man, I tell you guys are jealous, you know.
Yeah.
Alone jealous. Fiestina guys
I
are how
tell you, I'll hit it with some more little
want?
yes, and some seasoning, some Malheur complete.
Yep. We have
So how do you determine how much of this you're going to put the D?
Boy, when I go for curry, I go for curry.
All right.
I don't go for the essence of curry or I go for curry. There you go. Remember we have curry in here already.
Yes.
Ooh,
Curry hand.
yes.
Why?
you know me to make curry.
Yes. John, you made a curry.
Yeah.
All right.
Curry is a nice source of different vitamin complexes.
Yeah, definitely.
It make you shine.
Well, I guess I had a curry.
Yeah.
I stay shy.
It make you shine. No, it's good for your complexion. The impurities in curry is mostly complexion.
All
All
right.
right.
So here we go.
We had
So
some of that. We had some of that complete in there already.
Yeah.
You had some.
Yeah.
It has in culantro, cilantro, onion, garlic again, and some pepper. All right. So we could do the coconut. We could do the.
All right. So
now
no,
we're going with the colada.
it's going with the colada. Man, look at that, Emerson. Rich. Ooh, why I tell you.
Now because we didn't had the coconut yet.
Yeah.
Coconut milk is going in.
I could hear my daughter say, Daddy, where you cook? I tell you all kind of thing, baby.
And you go home and you work it out, right?
Yeah, that's
you go
right.
home and you work it out for them.
Yeah. I don't know, man, when I finish something like this, the wife will be
Yes,
dead.
yeah.
You know? When I ask what we're going to watch today, she tell me, that's not what you want.
No more cooking show.
Look, I tell you what, man, I always say, you know, when it comes to chefing up in the kitchen, dads, we need to take things over sometimes.
That's right, man.
We
That's
need to
right.
take things over. Look, this thing is about equal opportunity.
That's right.
Alright, so
That's
here we
why
go.
I come back to this, because a lot of people will just throw veggies, milk, and curry and shake it like that.
Yeah.
No, you want to go deep. You want flavors. You want extended flavors, right?
Definitely.
Each spoon you take, you need to get flavor, right?
All
So
right.
we're gonna hit this with some milk.
Milk.
We got the rest of
Alright,
milk.
We got milk. Got milk.
Got milk.
We got
the
coconut milk.
Yeah.
How much of this we're gonna put
Let's
in?
let it swim, John. Let it swim.
Let it swim. Let it
John.
swim.
Let
Let
it
it
swim.
swim.
Let it swim.
You know they say every day is Christmas, right?
That's right.
All
Wait
right, so
on the
here we go.
last of the year for do Christmas.
Look, and we're making it so
exciting.
exciting. I want to squeeze the pan.
Squeeze the pan. I think that's a new thing we should have come up with. Grace and one and a twist pan.
Spun?
Yeah, it's so good. You can squeeze the
Squeeze the
pan.
pan, yeah.
All right. So
John,
is there
John,
anything new going on, Emerson? What
Well,
do you have lined up?
ending of the month, January here, we're getting ready for our fire sale.
Okay.
And man, John, the list is
Tough.
list is growing. So there's too much to mention. So,
Get there early.
at 8 we start.
Where?
Right there on Grace Compound on the highway. Yep, we'll be there from 8 in the morning till stock class.
All right. And this is ending of the month, meaning what?
January
31st?
31st, yeah.
That's a Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
All
So
right.
we'll be there from 8 in the morning, you know. Well, stock class, man. And like I said, the list is growing and whew, Grace, we have numerous to mention.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Curry. All right, this is
right.
good. This is good.
And you like that, John?
yes, yes.
That
yes.
is that would be it, man. I mean, Simple as that. But the technique, remember the technique.
So the technique is what counts, and
Right.
then again, while you have the technique, it's always best to have great ingredients.
Right.
All right. So
And
what we
follow-
did, we actually had vegetables such as celery, onions, bell pepper, carrot, mint for flavor.
Right.
Yes,
Basil,
we had
basil
what is
in
this
there.
one? This one, the white looking one.
Broccoli.
Broccoli and
yeah,
cauliflower in there.
broccoli.
Yeah,
We had
yep.
that as well. What else did we put in there? Some
Potatoes.
onions, some potato as well in there. We spiced it up a little bit with what's the name of the pepper?
Habanero?
Habanero.
She want the habanero?
Yeah, we did a paste. We did an excellent mixture.
Yes, this is the
And,
paste.
of course,
This-
with coconut milk.
Yes,
Crisp
that's
coconut
right.
milk.
The leftover, you left it in the fridge. It develops more over time.
Yeah, just like that.
Just like that.
And then we also have rice.
Yes,
and
you want to
corn.
plate, Emerson? You want to plate some?
Plate this thing here.
Plate this thing, Emerson. You're the good plater.
platter. Yeah, you know what? Just use one spoon. You don't worry about anything, man. For real, you can just use this one. Just use one of those.
Okay.
Yeah, just use any one of them. You know.
Little
When we're
garnish on
plating,
the
we're
end,
plating,
yeah.
we're plating. When we're doing it, we're doing it, we're doing it. You do your thing.
And that,
buddy.
of course, that's the coconut rice.
Yeah.
Corn and coconut rice. All right.
Corn and coconut rice. All right.
Coconut
so
rice.
Mix up, mix up,
Yeah.
mix up. And there's no meat. I don't think you need that with all these
Man,
veggies.
with all this
All
veggies
those
in there,
veggies, John, man.
Yeah, you don't need that.
You could just close your eye and
This is
the
basically
shrimp right in there, your
Yes.
chicken in there,
Yes.
everything right in there.
Yes.
All right, so here we go. And like you mentioned, with the same paste that we did, you could always use it as a
Marinate,
marinade.
right. You marinate your meat in
Yes,
there.
and do something different.
Yeah.
Do something
Yeah.
different. If you got a crowd coming over this weekend, this is definitely something you want to do.
Right.
It's very easy, very nice. Check that out. Yes, yes.
And let me do it as a family style platter for you, right? So you could add some more rice on there.
Rice in the corner?
Just give me a little space for put more curry on the end. And everything curry, man.
Everything curry.
You know, you could do your protein if you want to try something different
Yeah.
and say how you like it without the you know.
And the thing about this, especially this paste, any meat could work in it.
Yeah, correct.
Exactly.
Some shrimp would be quick. Like if you could add some shrimp to this right,
Right
now,
here,
it's gonna
yeah.
be about 2-3 minutes and they're finished.
Right.
All right. So we wanted rice there or here.
Oh, okay. No
You know
problem.
what? You just
no
put-
problem.
yeah,
Yes,
we,
man.
We have it at two side. All right, check that out, man. Check that out. Huh? This is actually flavor with a beet.
There,
Yep.
you could get that.
Then you can smell it curry.
Yes,
You'll
man.
get that,
I
right?
smell 'em. I smell 'em. And some garnish.
Gone clear.
And that's it. So we can turn the stove off.
That's right. And we drink the colada.
And we drink the colada. There we go. All right, stove is off. Rice is done. Curry mixture is done. Platter is set. Check that out, Steve. Check that out, partner. Looks good. So we know that this big sale is coming up end of the month.
Yeah,
That's
ending of the
about it.
month. Yeah, ending of the
Isn't
month.
that this weekend? Oh no, it's next weekend.
Yeah, we still have one more week in January. So, like I said, we'll be there from 8 in the morning, you know, until stock last,
stock
and the list is growing.
All right.
So, we're working, you know, myself and Miss Mill, working on that list, and the other guys there at Verse. So, the list is growing.
I'll
And
tell you what, Miss Mel is looking on as we speak. So Miss Mel here is wishing you a very pleasant morning.
morning.
She wasn't here for the show we did after New Year,
That,
right?
that lady is
So
working.
Happy New Year. Happy
Yeah,
New Year.
She's in
she's
Ireland.
She's busy right now.
She's
So,
in Ireland right now.
yeah.
All right, so there we go. We had our platter with all the curry you like, some rice, some corn, and of course some garnish. That's the way it is. It's not any style. It's
Grace with flavor with a beat.
there you
With
go.
a beat.
There you go, guys. Thank you so very much. Please try something new. Put some mixtures together.
Yes, man.
Get your
Yes, man.
ingredients, and you
Spice.
know exactly
Spice.
which one to get. All right,
That's
do
right.
what you've got to do, and that's gonna do it for the time being. When we come back, it is for the wrap up while I enjoy the curry. We'll be right back.
Flavor with a Beat was brought to you by Grace Kennedy Belize Limited, bringing good taste to life.
just like that, our Friday, our Fun Friday is coming to an end. We had a wonderful time today
Yes.
learning about the Chinese New Year. It's the year of the rat.
That's right. It is New Year's Eve in the Chinese culture, and their celebration starts today, continues tomorrow. And we're so glad we got the opportunity to understand so much more about their celebration.
Yeah.
Of course, their New Year is tied to the lunar calendar, and they are actually about to start the year of the rat, closing off the year of the pig.
Yes.
And I'm sure you're going to see a bit of the celebration in your neck of the woods. So now you know, you can tell them Happy New Year's. Do you remember how to say it in Mandarin?
No, oh my God, it was right there. I don't remember.
Do you remember? He looks like he wants to tell me now. Of course, but we do understand. I can say share. I'm telling you, remember, that's all I...
I don't remember. It's right there.
That's okay.
But we had a good time, and we know exactly. One of the things you could do is that you could go online, and then you find out what year you are. So I'm the year of the dog. Marlene is the year of the rat. So you find
my
out.
year.
Yeah. So you find out exactly what year you are. Study about it, learn about it, read about it. It's always good to learn and know something new.
That's right. And if you're interested in learning Mandarin, do remember that the University of Belize, in partnership with the Taiwan ICDF program, I know they have been doing language classes in Belmopan for a while, but for the first time, they're going to be doing it in Belize City. And that starts next Friday. It's going to be every Friday, I believe, for a semester. And so it's going to be 5:30 till 8 p.m.
Yeah.
If you're interested in learning, definitely something new to venture into.
Definitely.
And the Taiwanese scholarship application period, it's open at this time. You can be able to get, I think, both undergrad and your graduate degrees. So contact the embassy and find out more.
I always say, in order for you to manage properly, it's always good to be exposed, learn new things, see new things, and I think this Taiwanese scholarship is definitely the best way to go. All right?
That's right.
And we also want to say a big thank you to the folks here at Grace and Chef Dwayne Lezama, along with Mr. Acosta, for providing to us a wonderful meal. We did some curry, this, curry, that, curry, everything curry, spicy. It was excellent. Thank you guys so very much. Then again, learn something new, put something else together in the pot, and eat something delicious.
That's right.
Any questions? Any concerns? Drop us a line at oye@channel5belize.com.
You can also drop me a line at Marlene_OYE@channel5belize.com. Find us on Facebook at Open Your Eyes BZ and on Instagram at OYE Belize. And remember to tune in on Monday morning at 6:30 when you open your eyes.
To start your morning right. I actually thought you were going to put it on me. I actually thought you were going to...
When you open your eyes.
To start your morning right. As per usual, keep your eyes, your minds,
and your hearts open. We'll see you soon. Enjoy your day, please.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by Our Country, Your Bank.